Morning. Happy Tuesday. Today's the 20th, right? 2/3 of the way through the first month of the year. Is it busy out there or is it not busy out there? Jackie was just telling this morning she had 3 buyers on Saturday. Yeah, and they're buying. So that's pretty cool stuff, right? 2 out of 3 are cash, even better. Cool. Let's jump into our schedule and see if we can.
Megan won't be on this morning, so
Megan's not on this morning?
Yep, so we won't have a Paramount update.
There we go. Then we'll jump to our schedule. You can start with the enlightened perspective. I like that one.
Yeah. So our enlightened perspective today, very fitting for time of year. While you're still waiting to find the perfect time or the magic bullet, someone else is already getting results because they decided making progress is more important than making excuses. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Stop kicking around all the thoughts and all the ideas. It'll be good when, I'll just wait till this here. And then when it warms up, I'll go out and knock on doors. Stop waiting. The time to start is now. If you wanted to learn how to do, or if you wanted to be able to do 100 push-ups in a row, where would you start? With 100 push-ups?
Nope.
No, you start with 1. Start with 1 this morning, 2 tomorrow, 3 the next day, 4 the next day, until you can't do that many in a row. And then you stay at that number till you get to the next one. We start with progress. So if you wanted to start prospecting for opportunities, where would you start? With 20, 30, 40, 50 calls in one day? No. Why don't we just dumb it down and make it easy? Like Matthew Ferry says, lower the bar. Start with 1 today. Then do 2 tomorrow. And then do 3 the next day. And then do 4 the next day. Block out your time so you can start doing something now.
And go back and watch what we showed last week at sales meeting on the expired listing stats. What a great opportunity. So some people are thinking about getting ready to do that. And some people are actually starting to do it. What's your name? Amber is crushing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Very good stuff. Good morning. Okay.
So there is a boom coming. And if you were going to keep saying, you probably said that walking into the room, watch, when I walk into the room, he's going to be saying something about a boom coming. Are you ready?
It's here myself.
He goes, look, it's here and we're seeing it, and we're seeing it loud and clear. And here's some of the stats to show it for the end of the year and what's coming now. Statewide closed sales of existing single-family homes totaled 60,872 in the fourth quarter of 2025, which is 7.7% increase year over year over last December. Okay,
that's the definition of a boom. 7% up month over month.
The statewide median sale price for single-family homes was $413,000, a 0.5% slight decrease. But everybody says the market is crashing and everything's softening and there's too many listings and there's not enough buyers and prices are falling. Like, no, they're not. The prices are not falling. That is not happening. Rates on 30-year mortgages fell to 6.06% this week from 6.16% last week, which is the lowest level in 3 years. A year ago, the average rate was 7.04. Somebody, while I'm talking, go on your mortgage calculator. If you don't have one, shame on you. Go on your mortgage calculator and tell me what the payment would be for a $500,000 house at 7.04 and what it would be at 6.06. Somebody go on and do that and write it down and give me that stat here shortly or chat it in. Mortgage rates will ease, but buyer psychology will shift even more.
That's why the boom is here, because buyers are getting comfortable.
It's what we've been telling you, right? The buyer psychology, there's 7% to 6%. It may not be a huge difference because they're waiting for 4 or 5, but the psychology of that drop and the reality of the facts that they can get a 4 or 5% interest rate on some new builds or with specific buy downs and products is going to change their mindset. Then we do expect the lock-in effect to continually ease in 2026. The lock-in effect for sellers. So buyer psychology changes about interest rate, and lock-in effect, the seller psychology changes about their interest rate of having a 2.5 or 3% interest rate they're not willing to walk away from. And all of that is shifting and all of that is changing. It is continually happening. And little by little, we are seeing much more progress to the tune of a 7 or 8% increase year over year for a number of home sales from what we had the year before. Off-market sales will increase in competitive neighborhoods. Why would off-market sales increase if the market is decreasing? Like, that doesn't make it. Everybody thinks that, oh, the market's crashing and homes are getting pulled off the market left and right. Yes, we had the most amount of delistings last year, but we also had more sales at the end of the year than we've had in 3 years. So having more sales means that listings are selling, buyers are in the market, and they're saying that there's going to be more buyers that are looking for off-market properties, not these amazing deals, but buyers who want to buy where they can't find the property they want. So their agents go knocking on doors and find projects that are saying, oh, your home might be a good fit for my buyer. Would you be interested in selling? Because they love the neighborhood, but they can't find the right one in here. That's what the whole article was about, that people being creative, buyer agents being creative and listing agents being creative are going to create sales, not just sit and wait for them.
I got a voicemail from an agent the other day calling me saying, hey, Craig, I've got a buyer who's looking at this neighborhood. Do you know anything that's available? Pretty sure it's a pre-recorded message, but what a great opportunity.
Yep. The interest rate 7.04% compared to 6.06% for a $500,000 purchase. Builder sentiment points to modest increases in construction activity. We are way behind. They say to the tune of about 1.5 million to 2 million homes short for what the new build should be. Ever since COVID, when they stopped building for 3 months and construction pricing went crazy for the next 6 months, the builders have been behind. And they're saying it's about 1.5 million to 2 million new builds short. And they're saying builders point to modest increases. So they're going to be increasing and continually putting product in the ground to be able to deliver more affordability and more product for buyers.
And think about the process. Like Hammock Bay, we started that project 3 years ago and we just got curbing in this week. So it took 3 years to get it to a point where it's going to build. So the builders have to be buying land right now and getting it zoned and going through all that process. It takes time.
So for buyers, the question is less about finding the perfect moment or perfect home and more about understanding their local market conditions, which is where you guys come into play. That's the big
what
piece.
you want to talk about.
Yep. So if we want to understand local market conditions, you have to understand what local practices are. You have to understand what your buyer broker agreements say. You have to understand what sellers and listing agents might be offering and how to navigate through that. So here's some of the discussions that we wanted to have this morning.
So let's play this game. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you guys to answer it. All right. What do you do if the listing agent and or the seller is offering zero in compensation? Ah, John, like what you just said. I put in FF and I ask for whatever my BBA says, right? Operative thing is you have the BBA. Okay. That's the right answer, by the way. What do I do if the listing agent and or seller is offering 2.5% and your EBBA is for 3%? Ask your buyer to pay the additional 0.5%. It depends.
Does it really matter what the seller's offering?
Nope.
I don't care what they're offering. Why?
Because I'm asked for it anyway.
Because I negotiated my fee with my buyer and I told my buyer I will get that covered for you and do whatever I can to do that. So you're offering 2.5%? Okay, I don't care. You're offering 1%? I don't care. I don't call and ask if they're offering compensation. I call and I ask who's paying the compensation so I know who to ask for my commission from. That's what I ask. Who's paying the compensation? I don't care what you're paying. My buyer said that they're willing to pay that if I can get it covered. So I'm going to get it covered. Who's paying the compensation?
The buyer.
Yeah, but who's paying it in the contract? Who's paying it within the terms of the contract?
The seller.
Buyers paying, sellers crediting. Buyers paying, listing agent is crediting. I don't care. I just need to know who it is so I know who to ask for my fee from.
Okay. This one's a little trickier. What do you do if the listing agent and or the seller is offering 3%, but your EBBA is only for 2.5? Let's talk about that. You can do that, but that's a pretty awkward conversation to have with the buyer, isn't it? So take that to new home construction also. A bonus to new home construction. At the time of contract. Okay. Oh, John said the sales agent at the new home place told the buyer that there's a bonus and they need to update their buyer broker agreement so John can get it. Did your buyer feel awkward about that? Nope. Has no problem at all. Does the builder budget commission into their sales price? Yes. 100%.
No.
They don't?
Every builder will tell you they budgeted into their marketing budget,
Oh,
not
okay.
their sales price. And that's where your value comes in to be able to tell a buyer, hey, I know you're looking at new builds and you may be trying to cut me out by going on your own. You think you'll get a better deal. The builder will tell you they don't budget the commissions into the sales price. They budget it into their marketing budget.
Which makes sense, right? Because what does marketing do?
Incentivize,
It incentivizes.
call attention to,
But
create value.
a commission is only paid when a sale happens. When do you pay for advertising? Up front. So the builders are really smart because they only pay for performance, right? You don't see a lot of advertising. Who are they advertising to? Realtors, because we have all buyers. Makes sense.
Yep. Let's go back to the interest rates. Right now, if you were to get a 7.06% a 7.06% mortgage for 30 years at 5% down, a payment would be $4,700. $44,777 would be your payment. At 7.04%, that's what your payment would be, 5% down. That same mortgage would be $4,166 at 6.06%. $600 savings. So buyers last year in December would have to pay $600 more per month for the same home. How does that impact affordability? Majorly. That
They say
creates
for every 1% drop in interest rates, 5 million people are eligible to purchase.
So that $600 a month just opened up this whole game for a lot more buyers, because that's going to save a lot more money and create affordability.
Because they could qualify.
That's like $130 to $120 to $150,000 in purchasing power they just got.
Yeah.
So your $350,000 buyer now can afford a $450 to $500 home. The person who could only afford a $150,000 home can now afford close to a $300,000 home. So every buyer who was priced out of the market because they couldn't qualify for something that met their needs, you may want to revisit them, because those are now opportunities with the way the rates have changed.
Hey, before we move on from the slide, Jennifer Birdsong sent me a TikTok video of an agent talking to buyers online. Hey, buyers, beware. The courts are agreeing with brokers, and brokers are now suing buyers for signing multiple buyer broker agreements.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great message. And she said, and she went on saying, don't run around with different brokers and sign multiple BBAs. It's against the law. You're going to get sued. And brokers are suing now. I don't like that perspective myself, but it's happening.
Yep.
It's a contract.
Yep.
That's the point.
The first major one has now put out all over the news. $24,000. Buyer got sued. Buyer lost. Buyer owes the brokerage $24,000. It was just plastered all over the news last week.
Yep.
Yep.
We don't want that to happen.
Remember, for buyers, the question is less about finding that perfect moment and more about understanding their local market conditions. Who provides local market conditions? Who helps them understand local market conditions? And how do you set yourself apart from every other buyer that's out there when you're trying to help them understand local market conditions when you first meet a buyer, trying to get them to like you, know you, and trust you?
It might be, since it's on the screen.
You use your buyer presentation. You have a buyer marketing presentation that after you meet any buyer, talk to any buyer, you should be sending them. What I would do is I would send them a short 30-second video if it was a phone call, and say, hey, it's Chris, Century 21 Beggins. I look forward to helping you with your home search. Just a simple reminder, this number I text you from is my direct line that you can reach out to me on. If you need anything, please let me know. I'm going to be sending you an email with a brief marketing presentation that'll help answer any questions about what this process is going to look like. Please take some time to look through it. Send them your marketing presentation that has this video in it.
If you guys are at all intimidated by asking for buyer broker agreements, you need to get really better at the presentation, right? So we did a really good job on this presentation. Let's all make sure we're starting to use this, because it's going to help you get more money. What is this? Like
Thank you for
4
taking
minutes?
the time to interview the Century 21 Beggins family of companies and agents for the job of finding you your next property or home. We take our responsibility very seriously, as we recognize this is one of the most emotional and exciting times of life, as well as one that's filled with anxiety that requires experience. We know you have options, and over the next couple of moments, we trust that you will clearly see, hear, and get a feel for all the reasons why you will feel comfortable and proud when you hire us for the job of finding your perfect property. The buying landscape has become increasingly confusing with all the regulations and rules recently. We are here, we understand them all, and most importantly, we have your back. Your agent is one of the most highly skilled and prepared agents in the marketplace. And for your extra comfort, they are backed by a team of experience and talent that will come into service along our journey to the closing table. Our family has been helping sellers and buyers for over 5 decades in the Century 21 system. In fact, we're the family that brought the system to the state of Florida in the early 70s and are the largest, most successful Century 21 company in the Southeast United States and are consistently ranked as one of the tops in the world in over 92 countries in the system. We have helped hundreds of thousands of buyers and sellers over the years and have sold billions of dollars worth of real estate in every market condition imaginable. We are prepared to guide you well with unparalleled experience and knowledge. So you can rest assured, no matter what comes up along the way, we have you covered with calmness. The buyer process typically takes between 18 and 24 months from the moment you start looking and dreaming online until you're actually moving into your new home. No matter where you are in the process, we will be here and give you what you need, when you need it, at your pace. Time is the most valuable asset for you and for us, and we give the time necessary for every stage of the process to our clients. Here's how we run our business and how you become one of our clients. New regulations require that when you look at a home, you're legally required to execute a buyer brokerage or a showing agreement with a company and an agent that will represent you in the home buying process. We will be honored when you hire us at whatever stage of the process you're in. This way, you're going to get our committed time and experience as we work closely together to have a satisfying and productive relationship together. Your agent will be sharing with you our buyer broker agreement, which fortunately commits us to each other for an agreed upon time period and an agreed upon area. Once our relationship is established, we will review our lifestyle profile, which gives us the true understanding of your needs, your wants, and your like-to-haves. We'll go over important lifestyle needs such as desired home styles, commuting, shopping, leisure activities, neighborhood amenities. All of this will help us declutter the marketplace so we can streamline the process down to find the perfect one property that suits your needs. Next, we'll work together with our lending partner to find the ideal price point for your comfort level. This is a very critical step because so many factors are considered into lender approvals these days, such as homeowners association, community development districts, insurances, flood insurance, hazard insurance. Is it a condo? Are there assessments? Any anticipated future assessments? Your lender will also help explore many beneficial financing options for your individual situation. Once you and the lender have agreed upon the search parameters and our desired price points, we will begin the search process for the absolute best property inside those parameters, and we'll set you up on targeted searches that match your desires so we can begin to find the one. We will identify and search suitable areas. We'll pick neighborhoods and houses that we'll begin to review online. Then we'll pick 3 to 5 houses max to go look at in person. We'll narrow those down through elimination all the way down to the one. We'll go get that one for you with our expert sales and negotiation skills. Once we're under contract, this is when our entire team kicks in, as there are so many emotional pain points hidden in this section. Our transaction coordinators and our back office staff will work with your agent to handle the several hundred tasks that are in our checklist that take us through the contract negotiation and our coordination with the title and escrow companies, the lenders, the underwriters, the appraisers, surveyors, the general property inspectors, flood and hazard insurance providers, any handyman or contractors, and any other experts that are needed, as well as understanding of any homeowners association or condo association documents or approvals, and we'll even collect all the relevant docs that ensure that you're knowledgeable of everything that's important to you. We can even help you with moving and utility connections that will make your process smoother. This stage of our journey will culminate in a smooth, successful closing, and we'll continue our relationship from there with us helping you with anything along the way with recommendations for anything home or area related. We'll be right here by your side for life. Thanks again for your time, and we look forward to earning your trust and having you as our next happy customer for life.
What do you think? Is there any reason not to send that out to somebody? Chris, point to the URL, c2onbeggins.com/buyer. It's that simple. You can text it, you can email it.
Why do that? It's on your websites too.
Even better.
You have both options. It's in the presentation to be sent to, it should be sent to every buyer. It's in your website under your buyer section on every single one of your websites. And you can send it through the company page if you want as well. But it does 2 things. Number one, after hearing all of that, do you want to go on a home buying process all alone without somebody who has all that knowledge and experience and expertise?
Nope.
Nope. And then it also provides a lot of value. So it does create a little bit of fear. Oh, wow, holy crap, that's a lot. If I was thinking about doing it on my own to try to save the compensation, that's a big difference. And now you know all of that and you're going to do all of that? Okay, I'm good.
Yep.
Sign me up.
How much do you charge? 3%. And they say, okay, that's it.
And you want to know why?
This is incredible.
The numbers changed. So 4% of the agents did a little bit more this last year. Because last year the number was 2024, 75% of agents did 0 deals. 2025, only 71% did 0 deals. 71% of agents did 0 deals. 14.15% did 1 to 4 deals, and 7% did 5 to 9. Do you know that when you add up those bottom 3 categories, it's 92 to 93% of agents did 9 deals or less.
Jackie, how many deals do you do? 27.
The majority of agents was 87% of them did not earn a living wage. That's crazy. So if you did 20 deals, or more, you are a top 1.5% agent in this business.
Yeah, publicize that in Florida.
Unreal.
Oh,
But
that's NAR stats.
yeah, these are NAR stats. 71% of agents in the nation did absolutely nothing. 0 deals. Nothing. Unreal.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking.
What do you think this top percentage do?
They're probably the new home builders.
Send presentations,
For sure.
deliver extraordinary experiences, build connections, build rapport, get people to like them, know them, and trust them faster, negotiate, follow systems and processes. That's what these do because they treat it like a business. They have goals, they have outcomes, they know what they're doing, they make decisions, they follow processes, they engage, they provide value. Not these.
That's right. How much value can you give if you're only doing 1 deal a year? You don't have the experience unless you're in this group and you hear all of our shared knowledge.
Yep.
Cool.
Couple reminders, your board dues are due. They're late. Yeah. Yeah. They're late.
I still get notified every day of people. that
We're
take
still
it.
getting notifications from people who need to do their education and pay their renewals. So if you get those emails from us, please pay attention. Moxie web pages, make sure you update your Moxie web pages. Make sure you have your projects on all of those. Make sure you have the buyers and sellers videos on all of your websites. Go check that today. If you don't have that, go to Beggins University and there's all sections on how to add that. Jimmy has a ton of videos on how to do that. The Century 21 brand studio has gone bye-bye. That is no longer available. Now they are into Canva. They provide Canva. Century 21 provides a Canva enterprise level for anybody who wants it. Go in and take a look at it. You can toggle back and forth between those two, but the brand studio is gone. If you need branding, we also have it in our Beggins University under our branded content. The old listing presentation is sunsetting on March 31st. So we have an old listing presentation in our Moxie presentations. And when we sunset that, any presentations that you built based off of that presentation will disappear. They're not going to be there anymore. So make sure moving forward, you're using the new one because I don't want you to use the old one. If you use the old one, it's going to disappear and you could send it to somebody and it could disappear. So just make sure you're using a new one. You'll know which one it is when you're in there. It's labeled in their 2026 C2N Beggins marketing presentation. So make sure you're using the 2026 marketing presentation.
And there's a lot going on.
Yep. Your 2026 monthly newsletter for January is available this week. So check for it in your emails if you're sending these out. Make sure that you're getting that sent out. I believe don't know exactly how you do that because that's a Jimmy thing, but there's videos on how to send the newsletter, very quick and easy, 3 to 5 minute videos, how to set them up, how to send them out, and make sure that every buyer gets it.
Yep. Your whole database should get it.
Yep. Moxie Rise is available. So Moxie Rise is our new project that's in there. You can use that. It's got a lot of really cool things that the old Moxie did not. So make sure you're checking that out. And then in Beggins University, the dynamic branded content, this, I'll just log in and show you. If you need content for anything,
How much time are you guys spending in Beggins University?
if you haven't gone in there,
You
please
need to
go in.
go
I
in.
know we've said that about a lot of the things that we have, but this one is a must. Like this,
You got to go play.
This is an absolute must. So under our dynamic branded content, would you like to brand and personalize this content? Yes or no? You can say yes. You'll put your brand in there. It'll choose it, it'll select to have it available for you. And then you get to choose what you want this to be like. I want it to be content to be engaging. So here's some content that's already done for you. You never need to really create anything. It's all done for
Wow.
you. Tons of branded content for you to use that you can post and use anytime you want. And then if you don't want to use that, go back to the Idea Hub and create your own there. Upload an image, tell it what you want to do. It'll create some content for you that way. But if you don't want to do any of that, it's all right here. Stop wondering, what do I do? What do I share? How do I get? It's all here. It's done for you. You don't have to do anything. If you want to get a little more creative, go right ahead, but you don't have to because it's all here for you.
Wow.
Let's see. If you're having issues logging into anything, just shoot an email to, like there should be a chat bot on there for help. You can also shoot Jimmy an email and he can help you out as well. You really do need to get in here. One of the things that I absolutely love that I think everybody needs a little more time, a little more help with is
The role play.
the role play tool. So what I would do, I did a simple class on expires last Wednesday and used the role play tool just so you can see what it's like. But if you want to prospect through any one of these categories, pick it. And when you get into it, it tells you where to find them, what to say, when to say it, how to communicate with them via phone, email, or text. And then you want to practice and it'll use the role play bot here and you can start a conversation.
Hey, ready to practice some calls. What?
You're going to tell it what you want to do. You can tell it to go easy on you, go hard on you, make it really difficult for you. You can increase the level and it listens. And what I found as I was doing is it learned, it was listening and learning the way that I was responding and replying and naturally, progressively made it more difficult for me as I role played with it. Like every time I'm like, wow, whoa, okay, where'd that come from? Okay, all right. So it's really, really cool. Everybody should be using that. I guarantee you will get better at your conversations when you are at least more prepared for what's coming up.
Sweet. I do believe we're going to end on time today.
Yeah.
There you go. So look at those stats. Masters Ruby, 33 units. Go back to those NAR stats. How many agents, what percentage are agents doing 33 units or more? That's like 0.5%. So that's a pretty high benchmark. So if you're an award winner in Section 1, you are a top agent, period.
That's the numbers. 0.8%, 30 deals or more. If you
Wow.
did 33 units, you're in the top 0.8%
Of real estate agents of
of
the state
all
and
real
the
estate
country.
agents in the country.
And we have 34 of those, by the way. Cool. I guess we're going to say happy Tuesday at 9:30.
Yeah.
Break
There
off for
you
your
go.
individual office meetings.
Let's check our Q&A and chats. Is there a Spanish version? There was, I believe, I don't know if
I don't
there's
think
a
for the buyers
Spanish
yet.
version of the new one. So the buyer and seller videos, there is, like they're done the way they are. We don't have a Spanish version of them, but the marketing presentation, we had a Spanish version. I believe we're updating the newest one with a Spanish version as well. It may not be fully completed just now.
I bet with AI, we can make one real quick
Yep.
and leave put subtitles in.
That is all. Good.
Okay.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.